is going on, everyone? Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tell No Tales is the 5th Pirates of the Caribbean movie and stars Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow as well as Javier Bardem. Wow, I cannot believe it's already the 5th Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Who knows, maybe 20 years from now we'll already have 5 more. I don't know, anything's possible with Pirates of the Caribbean. And as you can tell, this review is 1 week late. I apologize for that. I was actually in the hospital this past week, so that further delayed my viewing for this movie, and there was a couple other reasons. A lot of things didn't work out, but here I am. I'm just really excited to talk about this movie, and I just want to get right to this review. It's been about a month since my last movie review, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, so I've just been craving to do another one, so let's get right to it. In this Pirates movie, many characters, for different reasons, are searching for the Trident of Poseidon, and we also have Salazar, played by Javier Bardem, who is looking to take revenge on Jack Sparrow because he left him cursed many years before. I reviewed the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie a couple of weeks ago, and if you saw that review, you know that I love the first movie. In fact, I love the first 3 movies. I feel like they're all really good. I had not seen the 4th movie in a pretty long time, but from what I remember, it was somewhat forgettable. So this one, I was just kind of on the fence with thinking, well, maybe it can be pretty good as the first 3, or maybe it can be kind of a flop like the 4th one. So, who knew with this one? And after seeing it, well, I'll say this. It's just another Pirates of the Caribbean movie, pretty much. But there are a lot of fun moments here. And definitely more memorable than the 4th one. So let's start with the positives. Javier Bardem as the villain Salazar in this movie, I thought was really good, honestly. He was a compelling villain, though he did not have that much depth with him, I guess you can say. He was pretty decently well developed, and I think he had a lot of good reasons to be the villain in this movie. He had reasons to be mad with Jack Sparrow and what he did to him in the past, so honestly, I felt that Bardem gave a pretty good performance, and him as a villain I felt was pretty strong. This movie is also highly entertaining. There's many entertaining pirate moments like we had in all the other movies. I would say there's about 3 or 4 really well done pirate action scenes in this movie, and I was on the edge of my seat for every single one of them. They were really thrilling and really well done by Disney. And like all the pirate movies, this movie is also very funny. There's a lot of really good lines here. Jack Sparrow here is also pretty funny, though here's what I have to say about Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. I like him still in this role, but it is getting a little bit old after a while. He is starting to feel a little bit cartoonish, which is getting a little bit annoying, but I still feel like Johnny Depp as this character is pretty darn good. But what this Pirates movie really is just another convoluted Pirates of the Caribbean movie. The first 3 movies had actual plots. The 4th one I think was just this big mess that was super convoluted and did not have that much of a compelling plot. This one, it had a more compelling plot, but was still pretty convoluted overall. I mean, there's a lot of plots in this movie. We have a boy that's going after the Trident of Poseidon for his reasons, and we also have this girl that everyone thinks is a witch, but she's not a witch, and she's trying to find the Trident of Poseidon. We have the main plot between Sparrow and Salazar, and these people all gang up together trying to find the Trident of Poseidon. The British Navy is back in this movie for some reason. I have no idea why. They were just a complete waste of time in this movie. They did basically nothing for the plot and were just throwaway characters in this one. Barbossa is back, and there's some scenes with him and things going on there, and I honestly couldn't even tell you because it was convoluted and the plot itself just had so many different things going on. And on top of that, there were a bunch of random scenes in this movie that were completely out of left field, like this whole marriage scene. I don't know, it didn't have to be in there at all, so it was just kind of random. One thing I want to talk about is the CGI in this movie. Now, the first 3 movies, you could tell a lot of the effects were all practical. They used sets, and it looked really realistic. But in this movie, especially by the end, you can just start seeing how the CGI is coming out, and it starts to look really cartoony, unfortunately, just like the movie before this. So that's the problem I've actually had with these movies as they've progressed. From the first movie to now this one, I feel like they've been using CGI more and more and have been relying on it more and more. So it just gets a little bit old and doesn't look that great, and you can just tell it's CGI. So that's what's disappointing with this movie, is that there is a lot of green screen and CGI that they use, and I just wish they would go back to using the ocean and the practical effects and all the good sets that they had in the first movie. It looked so good and was great. And if you're expecting to see Orlando Bloom or Keira Knightley a lot in this movie, they're in maybe 1 or 2 scenes, and that's about it. They don't really serve any purpose in this movie at all. They're just here to be there. That's basically it. I was disappointed with that. I would have liked to see more of Orlando Bloom and him to actually be in the bulk of this movie. I wish they could have taken out one of the other characters and just put him in there instead, because I liked him a lot in the first 3 movies. He was great as Will Turner. So at the end of the day, I do feel like this is actually a pretty darn entertaining Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Definitely not as good as the first 3 movies, but it is better than the 4th movie from what I remember, and there's still a lot of great action scenes with pirates. Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow, though he's getting a little bit old, he's still pretty good. Javier Bardem was a really good villain in this movie, and there was just a lot of fun moments with this one. It's still funny, but the plot itself was just a little bit too convoluted for my liking. There were a lot of different characters in this movie that didn't get that much showtime and did not really have to be in here at all, so they could have just completely cut out some of these characters and some of these scenes. But other than that, I feel like this movie was actually a lot of fun. I'm a big time Pirates of the Caribbean fan, but I'm not going to fanboy with this movie as much, so I can't really go above 70%. So I'm going to give Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales a 68%. I also gave the movie Passengers that same rating back in December, but I will say this movie is a lot better than that movie, no doubt about it. Alright, so there are a lot of movies coming out. Wonder Woman just came out this weekend, so I'm definitely going to be seeing that this week, so expect a review probably on Monday or Tuesday for that movie. And also, leading up to Dunkirk, I'm going to be reviewing many of Christopher Nolan's movies, starting with Memento, leading into The Dark Knight Rises, Inception, and Interstellar. So look for all those reviews. I'll have those all come out within the next month, and I'm going to spread them all out. So expect my review for Memento as well this week. I'll also have some more movie reviews, as well as possibly some more Blu-ray videos. We'll see if I can get some more on my hands. And also, the NBA Finals is going on right now, so expect an NBA Finals reaction when it's all said and done, as well as a 2017 NBA Draft Predictions video. Like I did last year, I'm going to do it again for this draft, because why not? I like the NBA. Got the poster right here, so let's do it. Let me know down below what you thought of this new Pirates of the Caribbean movie, as well as the 4 that came before this one. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.